So you want to know what's going on in your country? Do you want to know why some people loyal to the Catholic Church and to the Queen of England killed 11 Americans in a VA hospital? Well, that's the story in the news today. 11 vets were killed at the VA Medical Center. Now, let me give you the players in this story. We have the person who was killed, Army Sergeant Felix Kirk McDermott, and the lawyer who's filing a lawsuit against the VA hospital, Tony Odell, and I'm adding Heather Bresch, the daughter of Senator Joe Manchin, and you'll see why in a minute. Also, the CEO of the Mylan Company. Then we're adding Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia into the mix as well. Now, let me try to explain what's going on. First, remember there were 11 people murdered, 11 vets murdered in the hospital. Okay, so far there's homicide suspicions of up to 11, according to this article there from the NBC affiliate that I was just looking at. Now, if I take the name exactly as it is in the article without changing any of the letters or any of the spellings or spelling out, start just taking exactly from the article, I get 121 as the value. This is the number you need to pay attention to. There were 11 dead. What is 11 times 11? The Master Mason number. 121. Yes, 11 times 11. And I don't think this is like a local Mason thing. Try to understand that they use Masonic language. It has nothing to do with like your local Masons. Nothing whatsoever. Now, isn't it interesting that Army Sergeant Felix Kirk McDermott equals 121, like 11 dead, 11 times 11 equals 121, and the lawyer in the story just so happens to also equal 121. What are the chances? Now, the problem was, according to the article, they were being killed by being given insulin shots. Isn't that interesting that Heather Bresch, okay, who is Senator Joe Manchin's daughter, has been accused of killing people because she has hiked the price of EpiPens up 400%, which is not dealing with insulin, it's dealing with allergic reactions, but think it's also a shot, an injection. Sounds like somewhat of a similar concept or idea. Now, when you punch in her name, Heather Bresch, well, it doesn't equal 121, it does equal 231, but get this, okay? The date that she was born, and let's see, she was born on 6/27/69. Where did I punch that in at? 620, here it is. 6/27/69, which, by the way, added together, 6 plus 27 plus 19 plus 69 is 121. So again, 11 dead, 11 times 11 is 121. The person who last died, the 11th victim, Army Sergeant Felix Kirk McDermott, 121. The lawyer, Tony Odell, 121. And Heather Bresch, her birthday, birthday. Her birthday is 121 added together. What are the chances? Now, she's also been CEO of the Mylan Company since 2012. We're looking at 121. Do you see how 2012 is very similar to 121? They're both ones and twos, just in a little different order. Okay, it's not that hard to see that this all goes together. Now, isn't it also interesting that Senator Joe Manchin, as it's spelled in most articles, Senator Joe Manchin is also 221, and we're dealing with a VA crisis. What is VA? Well, let's look real quick. VA, V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. You see V right here, 22nd letter. A is the first. 221, like Senator Joe Manchin is 221. Again, with the 211s. Now we're going to talk about Robert Wilkie for a second. Robert Wilkie is the current Secretary of Veterans Affairs. And he has been since 7/30 of 2018, right? Where did it? go? Right here. July 30th of 2018. There we go. And so July 30th of 2018 is, guess what? The 211th day of the year. Again with the twos and the ones. And this is happening, this VA crisis, in the town of Clarksburg, West Virginia, which is 112. So 211 in the reverse, 112. Now it's interesting about all these ones and twos and 121s because the word blood sacrifice equals 121. You think that's a coincidence? Oh, well, they've been saying that they were given too much insulin. Insulin happens to equal 46, also like the word sacrifice. So we had blood sacrifice, 121, okay, but then we have insulin, which is 46, how they're doing it, paired with the word sacrifice, which is 46. Now, I also noticed that that this last person died 58 days from the last solar eclipse. 58 days, okay? Let's see, where did I put that? That was on 7/2. I got too many windows open here. 7/2. Yeah, well, I'll just punch it in there. So 7/2 2018 to 8/28, and there we go. So a year and 58 days. Okay, now, so, or 58 days within the same year if you want to think of it like that. So you got 158. Now this is a year and 58. Now Clarksburg also equals 158. This is where the VA center is. The what's the name of that thing we're looking at here? It's in case you wanted to know, it was the Lewis A. Johnson VA Medical Facility, by the way. So we got Clarksburg is 158. It was a year and 58 days since the last solar eclipse, and it is also Freemasonry equals 58. And 158, and Senator Joe Manchin again with the 58. Think it's all coincidence? No, there's no possible way. So what's going on here? Why do we have insulin injections killing people being paired up with a woman who is known for her injections killing people because she hiked the price, and it's hurting a lot of innocent Americans that can't afford EpiPens? Now, here's my opinion on what is going on. Well, before I tell you, let's just look at this. Mylan. Okay, this is the company that Heather Bresch is CEO of. And notice the 65 and the 25, which is, by the way, just coincidence, I'm sure. The same as EpiPen, 65 and 25. And the whole scandal is about the EpiPen problem. But look at also the 38. Well, there's another number that's very interesting that is 38, like the word murder. Murder equals 38. Oh, also the governor, Jim Justice of West Virginia, the richest person in West Virginia, also happens to be the governor. But don't worry, your elections are not rigged in any way whatsoever. I'm sure it's a completely fair contest. Jim Justice also equals 38. And just like Heather Bresch, the CEO of Mylan, also equals 38, right? And also Mylan equals 70, and so does Jim Justice. And so does Lewis A. Johnson, the name of the VA medical facility. It's only one away at 71. I'm sure it's just all coincidence, right? Well, now I'll tell you exactly what's going on, okay? Well, Robert Wilkie, we see, is a Roman Catholic. All right. And he also worked for the United Kingdom's defense supply and logistics system. So he worked for the defense of the Queen, basically. Real easy to understand, right? So, also, Heather Bresch is also Roman Catholic. Interesting. Bresch grew up in Fairmont, West Virginia, in a Roman Catholic family. And partial Italian. Italians are known for being strongly Catholic, right? So we have Catholics, and we have oh, and Robert was also he went to school, I think, in yeah, in Germany. No, where is South in England? Yeah, at the Salisbury Cathedral School in England. Okay, so very strong Catholic connections and to the crown. Hmm. Well, what happened in the Revolutionary War? In the Revolutionary War, we booted out the king, and they never got over it, okay? Ever since, they've been marking the descendants of those who did that to the crown, and they've been eliminating family members all the way up to JFK, and they're still doing it, okay? But it didn't stop there, okay? They're still marking Hugh Squire, the guy I'm constantly telling you about today, because he's a descendant of the founders of the country. So that's why they follow him around and do the things they do to him. Now, isn't it also interesting that the name of this last person killed today was Army Sergeant Felix Kirk McDermott? Besides the fact that they needed to make his name equal 121, what's so interesting about Kirk? Well, you've heard of Captain Kirk, who pilots the Enterprise. Well, Kirk is a relative of Hugh Squire. Again, yes, he's actually a relative of Hugh Squires. The one who actually piloted the Enterprise is of the ship, not the spaceship, not the fictional movie, but the actual aircraft carrier. The USS Enterprise is a relative of Hugh Squire. You can't make this stuff up. So the Queen is literally murdering people in West Virginia. Okay, Roman Catholics working together one way or another. The exact extent to who knows how much of this they're doing together, I don't know, but they're definitely in on it together. Tony O'Dell, in my opinion, is just taking this case because he's working 121, just like Felix Kirk McDermott is 121, just like 11 times 11 is 121. So lawyer Tony O'Dell is probably in on it too and is going to make a fortune. That would be my guess. That is what I suspicion. Of course, everyone is innocent until proven guilty, but I would strongly investigate that if anyone has the ability to do so. Now, so these people are in on this together. They're doing this for the crown. They're marking Americans, and guess what? They're killing Americans too, who were vets, probably loyal veterans and good American people, and they're murdering these people for the crown, for the Queen. And yeah, Heather Bresch, Jim Justice, Tony O'Dell, and Robert Wilkie are all in on it together. That's my opinion, and I strongly suspicion that I'm right on the money here. Everyone, of course, should be considered innocent until proven guilty. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.